Alright, so getting a little tractor time in today, and appreciate the tractor time, pretty excited about it, get inside the AC for a while. I thought, you know, this would be a good time for story time. Here, I don't even have a GoPro with me because I'm at work, so I'm going to put the phone in here and try to let it record a little story time episode for you guys. We'll make it work without further ado.
Story time with Shay Baker.
All right, hang on that mirror. I really wish y'all could see this because it is, as usual, fantastic. I've got tape taped around my phone hooked to the mirror, but it's pretty good. You know, I got a little, you can get a little correction out of it if you need to. You know, I think it'll be all right. All right, so yeah. Get started. Last time I talked to you guys, I talked about how I got into tournament fishing. Tournament coverage, getting into covering tournaments. Talked about my time with FLW and bass, and doing the GoPro deal. If y'all want to check that out, go look at it. I'll link it below. But I want to talk about some of my favorite times. One in particular, while I was covering tournaments. Like I said, we had gotten a bunch of GoPros, and GoPro had gotten into bass fishing pretty big officially by sponsoring bass and a few anglers. So we were at the Classic again a year later on Lake Guntersville, and a lot of y'all know where this is going if y'all follow the sport. I don't remember, I think 25 or so fish on the final day of the Classic. So we had a GoPro on every boat. Nobody had ever really come back from too far down the field, so usually you had a big camera guy, you know, a shoulder mount camera on the boat, and the guy that won was captured. You know, you had 6 or 8 guys covered. I can't remember how many they covered with big cameras, but had a good many people covered. So I put the GoPros on, me and a couple of other people, and we had them powered up, and cards ready and all, and you know, hopefully everything goes well, but you just never know when you turn them loose. So we're watching Bass Track, and all of a sudden Randy Howe makes this huge charge early. And that's not a big deal usually, because like a lot of guys, you know, they might catch 17, 18 pounds pretty quick and it jumps up the leaderboard, but all that washes out as people that are ahead of them catch a little bit more, and you know, when they get to their 12-pound mark, then they were already 6 pounds ahead, you know, they just back even. So there's no need to really freak out right away. But all of a sudden, I mean, it went from like 17 or 18 pounds to 24, 25 pounds, and that's a lot of weight even on Guntersville, you know, so especially early. So my boss, he's like, hey, you got a GoPro on his boat, right? I said, yeah. He said, all right, we're good then. And I'm like, I hope we're good, you know, because a lot of stuff can happen, you know, once you turn those GoPros loose. My worst, most miserable thing I ever had happen, Chris Lane, he had never really been, you know, he was fishing. That was his job, and that's, I don't blame him at all. That's his focus. That's where it needs to be. And as I was kind of starting dabbling into the GoPro stuff, putting them on boats, nobody really knew what I was doing. So, you know, they didn't know me, they didn't trust me with the footage, and, you know, didn't want to take the time to mess with the camera or worry about it, and didn't want their spots to get taken. I understood all that, and I didn't ever blame anybody that didn't want a GoPro on their boat. You know, there was 107 guys or whatever at the time, and I only had a few GoPros that I was trying to put on during the tournaments, regular tournaments, so it wasn't that big a deal. There was other people put them on, but Chris Lane had actually let me put a GoPro on his boat. You know, we built up a little trust, and like the first time ever, I think I put a GoPro on his boat was down on the St. John's, I believe it was. And he goes out and catches 37 pounds. And I'm freaking out all day because I got a GoPro on his boat, and I'm like, please, please be working, you know. And it wasn't. He come back in. He was excited. He's like, man, I got on the front deck, in front of that thing. I was lipping them. I was rolling them over in the boat. It was awesome. You know, had some great stuff. Can't wait to see it. And I'm thinking, I can't believe, you know, you even would have brought a fish to the front after you landed, but he's up there trying to lay down and land them in the front. So I was like, it's going to be awesome. I get in the car and I pull it out. It's got 7 minutes on it. I don't know what happened. The wires, you know, those old ones, we used them so much. It was some of the first few GoPros that came out. And the wire port, when you use them that much, running continuous power would get worn out. And I'd have rubber bands around them to try to keep pressure against the GoPro. And I don't know what happened. Maybe it lost power, but it should have been charged up. Obviously, it would last longer than that. So something happened. But anyway, that was terrible. And, you know, obviously he was not happy about it. I was nauseous about it because that would have been some of the best GoPro footage ever. Not to mention, you know, from a guy on his way to win a Elite Series or, you know, catch a 37-pound bag like that. It's unbelievable. So, anyway, that's what was going through my mind, you know, while out there. It's classic, and anything can happen. So, I thought, you know, I better go. He was fishing the bridge at Spring Creek. People were watching from the bridge. I said, I better run over there right quick and try to get the GoPro off his boat, make sure, you know, we got that footage. So I ran out to the bridge. I said, hey, Randy, you mind if I jump in with you for a second? He said, yeah, come on, hop in. I got the GoPro off, and I made sure that card was good. And I have a laptop with me, my MacBook, and so I'm sitting there working on all that. And I'm like, all right, sweet. All the footage was there, and Randy was playing to the camera. He was getting down there right to it, you know, and showing the fish, eating the baits and stuff. And so it was awesome. I was tickled. So I just hung out there for a little while. I went ahead and started making a video while I was sitting on the bridge or in his boat, and getting it up, you know, on Bassmaster.com as soon as possible. And I didn't even catch it then. But I was going through the footage, and Randy, you know, he's down there at the camera showing the fish to the camera, and he's like, check it out, he choked it. And I was like, that's cool, you know, that's a good shot. So I put that in there, and I turned all the stuff over to the guys that, you know, make the TV show. And after the show came out, I was sitting there watching the show and realized that Randy, while he was down there showing the fish to the camera, how the bait choked, he said, check it out, Shay, he choked it. And I mean, dude, that made the show. And it made like some GoPro ads and stuff for a while. And I thought that was so cool. Like, he's talking to the world, but really, he didn't even think about that because I was the guy putting the cameras on the boat and we had that relationship. He's down there and he's like I'm going to be the only one watching the footage, you know. Check it out, Shay, he choked it. He was excited.
There he is. That's a big one now. That's a big one. It feels like a big one. Yeah. He just delivered some, baby. Look at that. Look at that, Jay. Good, John.
He was excited about the shot. He knew I would be excited about the shot. And that was one of the coolest things that ever happened while I was covering tournaments with bass, or anybody really. And just, you know, I got a lifelong friend now, Randy Howe. He's a great dude. What you see is what you get. You know, he really is a class act, and done a lot of stuff with him, and look forward to doing a lot more. But he's a good dude, and those relationships, friendships, and all that I made while I was on the road are invaluable. You know, I can call on these guys now, and the fact that they just answer the phone as busy as they are means a lot, you know, to me. Because that's a brotherhood out there. I wasn't fishing, but, you know, even the guys that work, the crew and all, and the fishermen, it's all a joint effort, and we all know it. You know, we all got to have each other, and you know, when you break down, it don't matter if it's another fisherman or a cameraman. You know, you're all there to try to help each other. So anyway, that's story time while I'm on the tractor for a little while. One of my favorite moments covering tournaments, and we'll probably shoot another one here in a minute about covering Kevin Van Dam one day on Kentucky Lake. But we'll wrap that one up. Hope y'all enjoy it. Let me know if you do. Subscribe, share, hit a like button. I don't even know what to tell you to do. I'm not a YouTuber. Well, I guess I am, but I'm not a professional. So just do whatever y'all got to do to help me get the word out. You know what I mean? Appreciate you.
Story time with Shay Baker.